Yes, we are back. And the puppet or the Muppet, which one is it?
Difficult to tell with Max.
I thought that was Max.
Hey, Max, long time. See, lockdown has done you well.
Yeah, he's growing his hair. It's beautiful.
Cheeky.
Gustavo is there. Max. Gustavo's already there. Look at that. Jake is already here. Guys, awesome to see you.
Keen.
Hey, everyone.
Keen.
I've got to say before we get into this, I've got to dash off in the next couple of minutes.
Guys, awesome
Not yet, because my Tesco's food delivery is coming soon.
Oh, who's playing us in the background? And we've got an echo.
My fault.
We have an echo.
It will be first YouTube without a technical difficulty.
It's got to be. Yeah. Who we got? Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte, how we doing? Stephen, great to see you tonight. Awesome. Matt is in the building. Janet, it's been so long. It certainly has. It certainly has been a long time.
Too long.
George, hello, George. All the way from Ontario, Canada. Harold, thanks for joining us, Harold.
Hello.
Thank you very much. John, well done.
Hey,
John.
He is here. Brian is here. Hello, all the way from Ireland. And another Canadian, Ian. And we're back. Excellent. Where we got? Walsall. Excellent. Hey, Jack, how are we doing? And Gustavo, all the way from the other side of the pond as well. Nearer to Ian than he is to us in Brazil. Just like old times. So it's 8 o'clock Saturday night. What time are we finishing, boys?
1:30.
Depending
Don't
what
know how to
technical.
do it. Could have eased back into it.
Yeah, it's warm.
It certainly is warm.
We'll see how it goes.
We will see.
Yeah.
Ian, Janet, hello. Janet, am I right in saying Janet is from Canada as well? Colin, Max, do you remember?
Oh, can't remember.
Got a feeling. Harold's saying it's 3 o'clock in Canada. Oh, awesome. Beautiful. John's saying midnight. Yes. I was right. Yes.
I need more tea.
There you go.
If it's down until midnight.
Yeah, no,
There you go.
definitely. We'll see because the sun hasn't set yet. We're in the shed, so we'll see how it goes. So let's have a quick whip round. Colin, how we doing?
Very good, thanks, Mark. Keeping busy.
What's been happening?
Lots and lots. Supporting the scout groups, going back to face.
Yep.
All the lovely risk assessments that we like to do. Busy times.
Excellent.
I'm glad we're having a summer break.
Yes, definitely. Max, how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Glad to be back online. Been back with the group and outside, which has been fantastic. A couple of rainy nights, but hey-ho. It's been good.
Excellent.
Now on summer break.
Yeah. Jan is also from First Percent Scouting. Oh, yes, I was right. Good memory. Excellent. Cool. So just as we're getting back, we're breaking up for summer break, but I think it's probably just the right time, isn't it, boys? We just had 2-3 months kind of thing. And just, I think for me, it's been the right time. Leon is still cooking cakes. He's going to new scout group in September. Excellent. Well done, Leon. And Leon, unless you've not sent me and you've sent Colin and Max cakes, I'm not received any cakes yet, Leon. Colin, have you got any cakes from Leon?
No. Down here in London.
Oh, I don't feel as bad then.
No cakes.
We got some. Who's this? That's Colin. Been lucky with the weather. It's been beautiful. Like today, I don't know what it's like up north with Max, but down here, Colin, it's been a gorgeous day, isn't it?
It's been an absolute scorcher in London today.
Yeah,
almost 30 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been warm up north.
Up
north. It's it's been great. I've no clouds in the sky for once.
Did you have to go and buy some shorts, Max, for the first time because it's warmed up that much?
What are shorts?
Still wearing his coat.
Yeah.
What have we got here? People are saying John's still continuing through the holidays. Much better weather. We'll get onto that because that's a question I've got for Max and Colin about should we run through some holidays, but we'll come back into that in a few seconds. Gustavo's everything's worked. Be back face to face in Scout. Oh, excellent! Because Brazil hasn't returned back face to face scouting yet. Fit like boy. Oh yeah, Aaron. Thank you very much. All the way from Scotland. Obviously talking about me.
Not me.
It's been the hottest day in Northern. Oh man, wow, it has been. Wow. It has been hot. Roasting here in Staffordshire. Unlucky, it's chucking it down in Canada. Shame. Leon's mom starts a new adventure. I've joined. Is that meant to be county level? Not country level, county level, I think. Helping to set up squirrel. Oh God, squirrels! I was asked if we would like to get squirrels in my group, and it was a clear no. Max, have you got squirrels in yours?
Nope. No, we haven't got squirrels.
Colin, in your district?
Districts. Yes, in one of them, but I haven't met with the group yet that's running them.
Okay. Fairly hot here, but the last few weeks have been quite cold. That sounds like England, doesn't it?
It does.
In Toronto, we've been virtual all but 1 week in September. It's been hard. Looking forward to face-to-face scout in September. Oh, you haven't returned face-to-face. Interesting. Cool. So, guys, if you haven't joined in, never watched our first YouTube Scout live, we just generally chit about whatever comes into our head. There's no agenda. There's no badge work, nothing. It's just imagine a group of leaders sitting around a campfire and just chatting about whatever pops in their head. Just one rule that we want to just make clear that our young people watching, so we just got to be careful with our language because all the comments still can be seen. So even though it is leaders, it is open to the whole of the world. And as we know in Canada, it's 3 o'clock, so we've got young people watching. So let's just be kind, minding the language. And if we don't agree with the comment, let's not get nasty or anything. I know on other social media it can get a bit nasty. If you are, then we'll remove you from our channel. Just be polite and be nice scouts. I think that's all we got to say. We're going to start a fight now, aren't we, about squirrels? I know I've been talking to Brona for some time, and she has been doing squirrels in Ireland for a long time before it came over to England. So I just can't do squirrels. They're too young. Max, would you set up a squirrel group?
So I'd say no at the moment, unless it came with leaders.
Yeah, that's the truth.
So unless the parents wanted to help and be leaders to do that, then we'd support it. But at the moment, no, we haven't got the pull through on leaders.
Yeah,
because like a lot of groups, we've not had some return. Through across the sort of county, leaders and young people not coming back. Unfortunate. As schools have gone back and they've been allowed to do things, that's kind of taken more of a precedent than what we've done.
Yep.
But hopefully, numbers will start to come back up as we start to get back to some form of normality, but at rising cases again. Who knows?
We'll see. We shall see what's happening. We need new leaders for other sections. Yeah, absolutely, John. I think that's more or less what everyone's saying, isn't it? Yeah. What's the point in setting up another section with minimal leaders if you're just being able to run your Beavers Cup Scouts? If you can do that as well, more pressure on everyone else. Stuart, how are we doing, Stuart?
Good evening.
How are we doing, mate? All good. Yes, tea. I've got tea. Colin's got his tea.
No, I got Vimto with lots of ice because it's cold. It's nice and cold.
Awesome. Scout leaders all watch that. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I've been chatting a lot on Discord server, Discord Scout Troop. It's amazing. We have scouts from all over the world there. Yeah, absolutely. And if you remember Andy, who was one of our IT gurus, he runs Scout Link in England, and that's been quite cool. What
Isn't
else?
Scoutlink international, Mark?
It is international. Yeah, but it's English based.
It's hosted in England.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Squirrels is like Marmite. I work with preschoolers, so it's my thing. Getting parents involved is pretty easy at their age. They want to be involved. They tend to leave as their child does. I guess so. And the parents are going to be there, aren't they? They're not going to kind of dump and run at that kind of age. So yeah, you got to kind of trapped volunteers. Yeah. Same across the pond in Canada, and these scouts for other sections. Ian, are they doing anything like squirrels in Canada? That'll be quite interesting to know. Also, how they're dropping numbers when we had to pair it to virtual scout. Yeah, man. I think we'll let's pick this up now then. Colin, have you seen any drop in numbers in your districts that you're looking after?
Yes. Yeah. You can't not avoid the figures. There was probably about a third drop across the districts.
Wow.
Some groups sustain their numbers throughout, and all the way through virtual scouting and then back into face-to-face.
Yep.
And it's like the old adage, I guess. If you deliver a good program, then you'll retain the attention. And I think that the only negative bit about the virtual was the virtual fatigue, I guess you might want to call it, where the young people were homeschooling on virtual classrooms. Adults were working from home and having virtual meetings, and the last thing people wanted to do was another hour, 2 hours in the evening. But I've also seen a tremendous bounce back as well. I'm getting probably 1 or 2 new members requesting to join scouting on a daily basis. And also amongst that lot, there were a number of adults coming through the system as well, looking to volunteer in scouting. So it's positive. It's early days. I guess the summer break is probably a bit unfortunate for this, and a lot of parents are asking about, and I think this is something you're going on to, Mark, about scouting during the summer holidays. But things are what they are, and the majority of leaders haven't stopped through the pandemic.
Yeah, no.
Great.
What else? We've doubled our numbers and have waiting list for beavers. Yeah, interestingly, during the lockdown, I picked two leaders, and on the last night of Scouts, which was Thursday just gone, I was having a barbecue, and 2 dads ran the barbecue for me, and they said, actually, Mark, we have had so much fun tonight, seeing how much fun the Scouts have, and you as leaders, that we would like to volunteer. So that's quite cool. But for my group, I've not lost any numbers, adult numbers. Whereas Colin has a broader view because you're the DC in many districts. Max, what's happening in your group?
It's mixed. We've lost numbers. Not seen many new starters yet. I think as we start to go back into the autumn program after the break, then hopefully we'll see sort of the social media pushes from HQ.
Yeah.
Bear will be doing some stuff. The ambassadors will be doing their stuff hopefully, and start to pull everybody back in. I think there is people are still conscious at the moment because it is the way the world is. Unfortunately, people are still busy trying to balance their busy schedules, and don't want to drive it all into sort of the pandemic thing, but the amount of app, because the NHS app that we have in the UK, I'm not sure about other countries have their own apps, but it pinged so many people. Large proportions of workforces have been off, self-isolating. And it's that thing that because people are self-isolating and worried about family and worried about work and keeping roofs above heads, that it's kind of the last thing that they're thinking about. But for me, it is that, back to how it was. You get out and do something completely different.
Absolutely.
And work all the time. You're out mixing with a different crowd. You're out doing some fantastic stuff. As leaders and as young people through the different sections, learning new skills, doing different things. That it is a form of escapism from the regular mundane lives.
Exactly.
That we've got ourselves into during this pandemic.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that, Max. It's just trying to, something positive to look forward to. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. Let's have some comments in the sections in Early Scouts, Young Lead, and Cubs. We've had a few new children, but not the same amount have moved up to Scouts. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Yep. No loss of members. We also had a change to our registration in Canada, January, December instead of September. Okay. Yep. Guild reunions virtual this year, same as last year. It's the same over here, Harold. Yeah, we've got virtual Guild Park.
Yeah.
And we don't have beavers. Ours are called wolves, 6 to 11. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So just going back on this comment, yeah. So Harold is from Canada. Let's just remind ourselves that Guild reunion is virtual over in Canada, and we got announced, I think it was last month, that the UK Guild War Reunion is back online as well. It's a difficult one, but probably makes sense, doesn't it? To have it online. It's not fun. We've all done the virtual campfires. I think we're all virtual out, but another mass gathering.
I think it's a bit fairer this year because lots of people can't travel. And Guild reunion does pull in a lot of people from other countries, and it's fantastic to meet everybody from different countries and mix with them. And I think that'd be a bit unfair if it was just UK.
Yeah,
because it misses that international element.
Absolutely.
But doing it virtually, we still get that international element, and I think that's good. Hopefully next year, fingers crossed, we'll be all right.
And as Bush Scout, when we have our big parachute stands, we get, like Max was saying, the amount of international people that come by, drop past, and meet us. I'm just trying to think, like, percentage-wise, how much UK compared to international. There's a lot of international leaders that come to Guild Reunion, isn't there?
I'd probably say about a third of the visitors are probably international.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. Maybe a bit more. Yeah. And it's cool. I like to chat to the leaders. I like seeing the different uniforms that they have to ours and different badges and the way that people do scouting differently. It's cool. That's one thing I really like about Urania is just meeting people around the world. Wonderful. So let's have some questions, guys. Or any subjects that you want us to banter around. It'll be good to get some subjects in. Or Colin, Max, you got anything?
Ooh, put on the spot.
John's going next year. Awesome.
Yep. Excellent. Anything you want to see in a future craft cam? There you go.
Yeah. At least the Ontario Reunion, each province has different COVID rules being implemented by Scouts Canada, and almost, it's a bit like here in England, where we've got England, Wales, Scotland. We're all doing it all differently.
Must be difficult for the groups that are in the UK that are near to the four nation borders.
The borders.
So anyone that's sort of on the England-Wales border, one group just up the road might be affected by different rulings as opposed to another group in England, for example.
Yeah, and it's just down the road here. Yeah.
Exactly. It must be tough.
On the Scout Wiki, over 90% of Scouts do not go to join Explorers. What are your thoughts as this reason? Good, because this is a subject I'm having with my the four young leaders. They've just got their Chief Scout this week, going on to Explorers, and all four of them are, well, shall I say, two of them have definitely said no. One said that she just doesn't want to go to Explorers. Fair enough. One was a bit, I've got other things going on the Monday, Wednesday when explorers are, and the other two were, they both openly said they're really scared to go up. And I said, what do you mean by that? And they said, as scouts, we're the oldest ones, and not like we rule, but we know everything that's going on. We go up to explorers, we're at the bottom of the pecking order, and I was like, but guys, like, there's much more, the stuff you do in the Explorer is much more adventurous and stuff like that. You should go try it, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But I think you should give it a go.
I think it's all about encouraging them to have a go at the news section, isn't it? Unfortunately, they're at that age. They're of a mindset of going to a different place, meeting different people. That they've got at 14 years old, they got very comfortable with who their surroundings and the people they interact with on a weekly basis. Then all of a sudden they're going to be put with other 14-year-olds and older that they've probably never met before. And it's quite a daunting thing probably at that age, but it's all about, it's not a lot different from going from Beavers to Cubs or Cubs to Scouts, apart from you've probably seen all the people moving through within the group, whereas Explorer Scouts are at a different area, places, different meeting place and things like that. But I don't think it was much different from when I was a scout, an adventure scout, apart from the fact that we was fortunate then, as were many groups back then, that there was a venture scout unit attached to the group. So again, as you move through the section, you still knew who these people were. But like you said, Mark, the scouts all of a sudden becoming the big people down to the small people.
Yeah.
And it's an awkward prospect to look at that age.
Yeah.
And back then as well, not all scouts went up to venture scouts when I were a lad. and now there's a lot more pressure on education to do well in life and things like that, and it's tricky.
Yeah, as education carries on till 18 in the UK, they're on to apprenticeships and unis and colleges and things, so that kind of takes over a little bit. I think some of them forget that there are scouting units that run within colleges and universities, that can still be joined and still enjoy, go through.
We have a big university not far from where I am, and we do tap into the young people there. Like you say, people who have come around the UK or whatever, and wanting to continue their scouting.
But again, I think it's also down to is there a group they can join? Because I know there's some groups don't have explorers, so they have to go to a different group, and then social interactions and social values start coming into it. And do they want to mix with other people? They're used to the mates here, that kind of thing. As people grow older, your mind has more imprinted on it, so you make more of a different decisions.
Yeah.
It's there. Give it a go. We try and encourage scouts to explorers to at least give it a try. See if you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go and have a couple of evenings at explorers, even while you're still in scouts.
Yep,
exactly. That would help.
Yeah, we try to get our explorer. We've got one unit, or have had one unit for quite a while in our district, and we try to, at one point, get them to do 1 or 2 district activities a year with the scout section. So it might be the explorers would organise a wide game at a local country park or something like that, and just to start to build that familiarisation that these aren't scary 18-year-olds that are going to talk down to them when they join an explorer unit. They're actually the same sort of people with the same passions that they've got, just wanting to encourage scouting out and get the best out of everyone.
We always encourage, but it's not working. John, I'm in the same boat. My 4 scouts who I really thought would move up to explorers, they're very, very passionate. They really like scouting, very helpful guys. And I thought all 4 of them would move up to explorers, and all of them not 100%.
What about a young leadership team, Mark?
Say again?
What about a young leadership team within the group?
All 4 are staying as young leaders. all four want to stay as young leaders, and that's fine. And we're going to go through the training with them and all that kind of thing, which is great. But no, explorers is. It's a shame because the 2 explorer units that we've got have waiting lists. So I'm like, guys, just put your name on the waiting list now, and when you get called up, then you can rethink about it and say yes or no. But it's a tough one. What have we got here? Oh, Max is gone. So there's a big comment, Max. Sorry. Here's some youth. He's still there. Some youth starting high school there because adventure. There he is. We modify our program around make sounds. This past year, I've combined 3 virtuals from 3 cities to keep our Venture Scouts group going. Oh, that's brilliant. Awesome. Well done, Janet. That's cool. That's really good. We're encouraging young leaders. Absolutely. Same here, John. Like I say, we've got the 4 that we're leaving are still staying as young leaders. So we haven't kind of technically lost them as such. Max is good. This is quite nice. Look at that. Come, there he is. He's got again. Oh God, it was gonna make an appearance at some point, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, I don't. There was a comment somewhere. I can't find it earlier on. Is scouts seem to be embarrassed to be a scout? There we are. Not. Probably think they're too cool to be involved with scouting. What do we think about that? It's different, isn't it? Because you're asking a leader, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen some scouts that will hide their uniform. Either it's in a bag or under a jacket or something like that on the trip to and from scouts, just in case, I guess, one of their friends might see them and think, oh, you're doing scouts. That's not cool and trendy.
Yeah.
But then there's others that will, walk through the streets, no problem at all. Quite proud of their uniform and do it. But like you say, it gets to that age where having that street cred and trend is important to a young person.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. Did you ever have that, Colin?
What?
Being cool and trendy?
No, I was never cool and trendy. I was the one that used to walk the streets in my uniform.
It's great to see that Chloe is continuing her scouting journey, becoming a young leader with beavers. Excellent. Chloe, well done. And seeing you camping in your garden and stuff, that's been really inspirational. So well done, Chloe. I've been loving seeing your pictures and kind of jealous and thinking, if only my kids would get out in the back garden. So no, well done. The link between sections...
the man in the shed from his back garden.
Yeah. The link between sections isn't the same as it is group level. There seems to be a disconnect between group and district level. Yeah, it's a real hard one, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, I think we all have the same, don't we?
The numbers we find as we started this conversation are so low with the transition into explorers that we only have 2 units that are there for 11 groups to feed into, 11 scout troops to feed into. And even then the units are not full. So that just goes to show that, the average scout troop within the district is 20 members. And if you times that by 11 groups, 220 members, they're not all of them. A very small percentage are moving onto explorers.
Yeah. And
there's no magic wand for this.
No. Leon likes scouts and tells his friends, and they think it's good and wish their parents would let them go, but they say no. Maybe are they saying no because of different reasons? Maybe it's a financial reason, and just remind them about the hardship fund that the district or county should have. But yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Our group are proud to wear the uniforms. Yeah, my scouts as well. We wear them down the park. We've been more out than in lately. But yeah, no, it's cool. Our high school require 40 volunteer hours to explain how easy that can be achieved was. Job done, isn't it? There we are. 40 hours. Yeah. That's 2 hours a week at Scouts. Yeah, 20 weeks. What's that? 2 months? Yeah, easily done. Easily. Beautiful. Yeah. I don't know how to solve that problem, isn't it? But we have the same problem with, like I said, we only have 2 Explorer sections, and the whole district all feeding up.
It's hard. You can only chip away at it. Chip away at your local counties and districts and things. Make the best of it.
Yeah,
that's all we can really do.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be setting a project for my new desk to work with the scout troops to work out a recruitment program, shall we say? Understand what the scouts find a challenge, so we can work at that to hopefully increase engagement with the moving on from scouts to explorers. Bottom line, though, as I said at the start, I think it's just a daunting prospect as they're developing as young adults. They just don't feel comfortable moving up to an area that they're unfamiliar with. But,
yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tricky one. So, email this week about returning back face-to-face scouting. We can go camping. No maximum numbers. What's our thoughts, Max?
It's an interesting one because, again, rising numbers and such like, still do your tests as much as you can. It's got a massive pile of tests that we've been doing. It's great to be back. It's great to get out again, but take it easy. Don't, rush straight in and, yay, because it's on the rise again, and yes, people have been vaccinated and such like, and it's not as big an impact on you, but it's still, some people feel like it's bad hay fever. Some people feel like it's a bad case of the flu. So be careful, but it's good. It's good to be back. It's good to be out doing things, but you've got to feel safe in doing it. That's the thing for me.
I think the Scout Association have done a reasonable job at the advice they've given to groups and members to conduct safe return to scouting and put the necessary restrictions in place at the appropriate time. I think it's going to be great that groups can start to have, an AGM and barbecue or something like that all joined up, or think about a camp and so forth. But I just hope that they don't forget that we do have risk assessments in place that we all need to, unfortunately, adhere to, and they're there to keep everyone safe. Whether you're taking 10 people away for an evening or 50. Just I hope, as Max said, everyone thinks logically and keeps everyone safe as they do these joint up activities again.
Yeah, I think people are going to. It's going to be 50-50. People are going to dive back into camping and maybe, hopefully, not forget those risk assessments, but kind of probably will.
Yeah.
Or that other people, like me and Max, a bit more reserved, and let's just take it as it comes. I don't think we should rush into it. Silver and Scouts, chatting to you just the other day. I remember you telling me about your camp coming up, and I've been talking about this and your really good idea of getting the Scouts to bring their own individual tent. I like that idea. Bearing in mind what the email said, just to remind you, we can go camping. There's no maximum numbers, but there is a maximum to 6 people per tent. So that's still tight, my Scouts, we only have three in a tent, maybe 4 max. So, and that's still squashed in the dome tents. 3 is cozy, isn't it? So,
well, it wasn't the guidance to fill 2/3 of capacity of a tent. So that 6 to a tent, which is maximum anyway, was based on a 10-man tent.
Yep.
So there was still an opportunity to space out a little bit.
It does, it depends. Depends on your tentage, doesn't it? Long gone are the days when I was in Scouts and we had to do 6 to a patrol to a tent, 6 in a patrol, and then you have to do your tent inspections and things, and pull your ground sheet out from lift your Nigel poles up, bring the ground sheet out, fold your clothes in a certain way. No. No, it's just like somebody's opened
Make sure your soap and toothpaste has been used.
Yeah.
I think it will be winter camp for us. Maybe a few Saturdays down the Scout Hut for the next couple of months.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
that's my kind of idea as well, there, John. Maggie is saying our district in the past has done Scout Explorer Link camp so that scouts could get to know explorers and leadership team. Exactly, yeah, exactly. More or less, kind of what Colin was saying about getting explorers to run some games and stuff. Yeah, love that idea. Could be the way forward. As when 20 minutes of going to bed, it was silent, and 7 a.m. this morning we had to go around and wake them up. Love it. They're not used to going camping. My explorers are going week camp in a few weeks, but we have had the option to use hammocks, which are lovely. I don't know what tents they use. It will be my first explorer camp. Yeah, love a good old hammock. All hail the old canvas tents. Yes,
you can't beat the smell of those old canvas tents. Fantastic.
And my scout bag. Have you seen my scout bag? That made out.
Yeah, you're gonna get your old tent bag, aren't you?
It's in the house. It's not. No, I haven't got it. I've only got my rucksack with me. The tent bag is in.
So, hang on, I'll be right back.
Where's it gone?
Don't know. That's worrying.
Oh dear. So yeah, no, always back. That was very quick.
I'm back. So I got hold of an old Niger, and I dyed it. So I've been using the material out of it to make a few things. And
another puppet.
No puppets. But I was really, really surprised because, right, and I was dyeing it one colour, but it's made this really great effect because one side has come out almost like a brown, but then you turn it over and the other side's a green. Same material. When it's kind of like, well, that's the waterproofing, and it's kind of been washed, so I can re-wax it. But it's that kind of
chemicals.
Really fantastic upcycling of, and it's still
still got the smell.
It's still got that old, even though it's been washed and even though it's been dyed.
My bag is the same.
It's still got that distinctive camp smell. Yeah, it's there.
Love it, love it.
Fantastic. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to do that.
I was looking for inspiration and found the old Scout standard books and following that again. Yes. Oh no. What have we got here? No, the other books are inside actually. I've been doing the same actually, John. But yeah, I've been rereading Scouting for Boys, but the old standards are inside. Yes, cool. What's it?
Surprised you're not showing that yet.
Yeah, well, I've got like two arch rivals. Which one do I? It's not good, is it?
You getting commission, Mark?
No commission. No commission. But I'm currently reading Raymir's Weird Nature.
What's the synopsis?
It's about his journeys of going through nature into British countryside and across continents, and show us how to tune in to our senses and enhance our experience of nature and understand our place within it. So he was like, one of the stories he was talking about was they went to the desert and they were learning how to use their sense of smell. And they went to go and find a tribe in the desert, and there's no maps in the desert of where the tribes go. But what they said was, smell the dying elephant, and next to the dying elephant will be their camp. And he was like, what are you talking about? So the closer they got, they wound down the windows and they could just have a brief smell of something dying. So they turned right. As they went down that track, the smell got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And it was basically them just stepping out of their van, smelling, turn left here. And they're just talking about learning your senses again. It was was an interesting chapter. Next thing they know, stinking of rotten elephant, and just behind the bush was the tribe set up. And he said it was just amazing, just having to use our own resources of smell. So I'm liking that one, and just going into the wilderness and listening for birds and stuff like that. And no, it's good. Gustavo saying Scouting for Boys is always good inspiration. Absolutely. Yep. It's all good book. It's a good book. Just finished reading Baden Powell's Rovering to Success Since I'm a Rover. Awesome. But Gustavo, don't forget to check out Colin Walker. He's the scout historian. He has lots of knowledge about scouting history. So it's too early, isn't it? We're still we haven't had our random chats. It's only 20 to 9. We haven't had any cat appearances, nothing yet. No cat attacks.
No food delivery either.
Oh, we've got a cushion. Because I was saying, remember Colin? Yeah, he's a good guy. Colin's a fountain of knowledge.
He was so easy to listen to.
I've still got a 2-hour offline video interview I did with Colin. Trying to edit it down is just amazing. But I might just have to whack it all up. And
some of Colin's YouTube videos that he's done for other presentations are similarly so. You just get so focused into it and immersed, and just listening to the fountain of knowledge that he has. Unbelievable.
I don't know if you watched this one, guys, but Colin did one during lockdown. He did quite a lot. This one was with a rover crew, and it was about the first Brownsea Island camp, and just snippets and nuggets that he has, these random informations and stuff about. There was a house that's sadly not there anymore. But if you find bricks, the bricks are worth a fortune on eBay, and just random little things, and how they recreated the badge, the metal badge that the first boys got, and how that the stone, the famous Brownsea Island stone, is incorrect. There's a big flaw on the stone, and no one has kind of realized how this has been engraved incorrectly. And then he tells you I don't want to spoil it because it's a really good story, but then he tells you the whole story about how he can prove that the stone is wrong, and you're like, he's got a fair point. So yeah, he's awesome. So Max, perfect timing. There's the puppets.
Maybe I should go and hunt for a cat.
Maybe you should. Let me.
That's not a cat, Mark.
No. Where's my cat? I've got no cat in the garden either. Nope.
No.
What have we got here? John saying, I sent them all photos for our group and he dated them. Yeah. He's done the same. I asked him if he could tell me if Baden Powell came to Ealing, where I live and scout. He's got all Baden Powell's diaries and appearances and things like that. And sadly, he never came to Ealing. But you can kind of contact him and he will research about your group and stuff and whether they had a rover scout group and stuff. He's an amazing man. Recently found a copy of Scouting for Boys 1954 on eBay, £1. Bargain. Beautiful bargain. Watched his patrol leaders chat with you at Scouts. They loved it. Oh yeah, patrol leaders. I remember that one. That's cool. The brass badges. He doesn't have any more anymore, which is a real shame. You should bring Colin back with the history lessons. They are amazing. Yes. Yeah. We should do something. I'm going to Brownsea Island in a couple of. Charlotte, you're going to have a great time. It's really good. And then head down to the shop. Send in, take your district badge or your group badge, hang it on the amount of scarves and badges is awesome. So you can take it there. Colin also dated the uniform. So interesting. Yeah. My Shelty's making camo on virtual meetings. Yeah. So no, Colin is an interesting man. But he has a big problem with our chief scout at the moment. Because Bear made a quote, was it before lockdown? Right at the beginning of lockdown, about how we need to move on from scouting, even if it doesn't involve teaching about baden powell. So, which upset him quite a lot. So, should we be reteaching the history of scouting? Do we need to tell everyone? What do you think, boys? Do we do a whole kind of history lesson? Do they need to know the whole how scouting started back in hundreds of years ago?
Who's going to deliver this, you, Mark?
Say again.
Who's going to deliver it? Us? You? Colin?
Yeah, get Colin.
So, yeah, it goes back to that thing, doesn't it? As to why we're involved in things like Remembrance Day and such like. And you can make the tie-ins and pull, bring it back around those things. Because if we don't get the young people doing these things today, they're not going to be here tomorrow. These traditions that we do. And that's why it's important to bring them, so they have at least a knowledge of it. Yes, the world's moved on. The world does new better things, but we always have our history. What's in the box, Mark?
I've got to be careful I don't tip it upside down.
Oh, it's your ashes.
Yeah, no, it's BP's ashes. BP's ashes. No, it's not. Campfire ashes, isn't it? It's all traditions, isn't it? Like you were saying. Why do they want to move away from baden powell? No, I didn't say that. What I said was Bear Grylls said that he thinks that we need to move scouting forward, and even if that means not teaching about baden powell. No, I think history is.
See, I used to cover it when I was a cub leader as part of the. Well, it was always part of the investiture process.
Still is,
when the young people and that, and I used to just get a dustbin lid and a mop from the hall, and get one of the cubs to be one of the warriors, the Zulu warriors, and then the other cubs, I've got one of them to be BP, and we went through the story and the left handshake and all that, and so they actually had that little bit of information, that little nugget that was sown right at the start.
Yeah.
To understand how important BP was and why he came up with scouting.
It reminds me, I did a panto with the Scouts.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh yes, he did.
I did based it on Christmas Carol. So I had the Ghost of Christmas Present, the Chief Scout of Christmas Present, which was Bear, the Chief Scout of Christmas Past, which was baden powell, and then the Chief Scout of Christmas Future, which we had at the time, was Justin Bieber. Scout choice, by the way, not mine. But yeah, a lot of them said it was baden powell, so it opened it up to that kind of conversation, which is, well, he created scouting, so let's have a quick discussion around what's that about. But it's good to. Yeah, and about the left hand and the left hand shake and things. It's all good history as to why we do these things.
Was that at the same time he was promoting one of his books, or was a venture place in Birmingham? If you want to go to Bear Grylls in Birmingham, let me know. Not that I get discount, but I can sort that out for you. We give homework before investing, and part of that is who's baden powell. Yeah, I think you need to learn the basics. Yeah. We do it all for investing, and the best way we can get all the youth to explain them is to review. Yeah.
So Scout Hut in the UK has traditionally had 2 photos, didn't they? Well, they've got 3 photos: baden powell, Queen, and Chief Scout. Current Chief Scout.
Yeah. I bet Bear wishes he could sell more and do.
Needs to turn up to more events. A few more bears in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. I attended the last pre-COVID Chief Scout ceremony as BP. I love your photos. Harold dressing up as BP. Seen those. History is in all shapes and forms is important. Absolutely, yeah, I agree. But I think we should be teaching about the history of Scout, not the whole details, and you don't spend weeks and weeks, isn't it? Just 1 week explaining, why we do left handshake, just the basics of Scouting, where it came from.
Yeah.
And I remind my Scouts all the time about the world of Scouting, the big Scouting family, and in particular, like first YouTube about the amount of people that tune in, watching us around the world, and it's just not in our little 15 Scouts in our group. Oh, we've got the district. Like, look how big the world is, and it all started with one man. So I think we should be talking about BP a bit more. We have a video of BP. Oh, that's awesome. Ian, send me the link. I'd love to see that. We've confused someone. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. Chief Scout is a ceremonial role, so why is the Chief Scout trying to dictate what Scouting is?
Where's that can of worms?
yeah, exactly. Anyway, moving on. Our own Scout group all have history in the US. Yeah, absolutely. It's cool. Remember when Bear visited Hargreaves, Colin? Kids going wild.
Yeah, remember that, Paul?
Just going back to John's comment, which I find interesting, because in our Scout group we have a lot of history in old books, in old photograph albums, and the filing cabinet's full of this stuff, and it's fascinating to see what previously went on. But to these days now, we've moved into the world of online Scout Manager. We've moved into the world of Office 365 and online this, online that. Whereas previously we kept these meticulous records that you can go back and look at. GDPR. Nowadays, it's kind of gone. And there's a whole thing of don't get started on that. But it's that there's that loss of history that we're losing. And you've got to. How do you preserve that going forward so that future generations know what you did? It's like when you go in your Scout hut and you see the plaque of somebody who's been a previous Scout leader, and it's been certain things been dedicated to them. But what's the history behind that person that was doing that? How do we find out? And that's important to have.
Well, one of my Scout groups, when they had their 100th year celebration, they redecorate their hall. They was having an event at their hall to commemorate it. And in there, they've got a hallway that comes from the front door to the main hall, and they put some wallpaper up, which was basically lots of picture frames just printed on the wallpaper. And then in preparation, they then got loads of old photos of activities and members from years past that they could get hold of, scanned them all, and put them in these picture frames, and then varnished over them. So until that paper comes down, there are people going back to some black and white photos in there that all had a link to that Scout group, and everyone that comes in can see these pictures, activities, and people, all different things. Great idea, I thought.
Love that. That's an awesome idea. Love that.
No names, of course, for GDPR reasons.
Yeah,
that's the trouble, isn't it? GDPR about storing the records and stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting one. It's it's like we found all the old flags from throughout the ages of the group. So we've actually got them now hung up on the ceiling in sort of an order, so that as you go in, it not only acts as a bit of a sound baffle for the hall, but you can see all the old flags that the group had over many different times.
Different one. Now we had to find the cassette, fast forward, rewind, flip, use the pencil.
That's true. That reminds me of the story that we had we used to do. I'll say we used to do. We may do jumble sales and somebody had got rid of an old cassette player, and the scouts sorting out what we call the technology stand, next to the kind of like the teas made that somebody's put in, really going back, and they kind of look at this thing. What is this? It's got headphones on it, but what does it do? It's kind of like, it's old tech. It's you need one of these. What's that? It's a cassette. It's completely not used to it. Completely different era. It's amazing.
Did you get some diesel batteries for it?
Diesel. Joining in from my first scout camp since the beginning of 2020. Oh, beautiful, lovely. I hope you're having a great scout camp. A telephone with a dial. Actually, that our landline, we've got that. I love it. It's all that retro, isn't it? But no, I think going back here, we should teach the basics of scouting. And even if we have to drag Colin in to say, it was one of the original scouts with BP, so be it. I think we can get away with it. Have you seen this comment? We have a tease made. Yeah.
Brilliant. This was an old 1970s one, brand new, boxed, not used kind of thing, and it was like amazing. But yeah, no, they are good.
Waking up and there's a tea made. Oh, talking about tea. Look what I found. Boom.
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
All right, Colin, what tea are we going for? Let's remind ourselves.
Oh, well, mine's got to be around, I reckon, around the B2 area.
Yeah.
Just a splash of milk for me.
Yeah. Max, what are we going for? What do you think?
So I kind of like a little bit more milk in mine. And I would say C2 to D2, but just in between those two. Yeah.
No, I'm the same with Colin. B2 is what my tea would be. Yeah.
I mean, D4 is just a cup of milk, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
there's no tea in that. It's just you've just shown it. You've just shown it. The tea bag goes, look, this is called a tea bag, but you're not having it.
Yeah, exactly. What do we got here? C2.
Quick dip in and out.
Nothing makes me more mad when people see me in my uniform. They ask if I'm a guide leader because I'm a girl. Need to reach non-scouters. Some stuff. Shannon. People still think, still are amazed even to this day that we have Girl Scouts. Running a wide game with Explorers and Scouts. What's your favorite wide game? Capture the Flag. Love Capture the Flag.
Yeah, capture the flag.
Capture the Flag. Love it.
My guys used to enjoy Jailbreak.
Jailbreak. What's Jailbreak?
Yeah, Jailbreak's good as well.
So you have an area you designate as your prison cell. Could be I normally put a tarp down on the floor or just a tree if you've got no equipment. Everyone a criminal, shall we say, except for 2 or 3 police. So all the criminals run out, and the police then have to go tag them, bring them back to the prison cell, and they're held there. And then other criminals can then run up to the tree or the tarp and then just say Jailbreak, and then everyone scatters again.
Oh, okay. I've not heard of that one. Oh. Max?
It wears them out after the sugar from the Providor.
Yeah.
Or the shop.
Providor. Capture the Flag. Captain Picard.
Leave the bag in. Brilliant.
I spun on it and said anti-scouts includes both. Yeah, no, it's true about boys and girls. Yeah. Capture Flag or Jailbreak. I like that, Colin. Thank you very much for telling us about Jailbreak. I've learned something new tonight. Thank you. I remember whilst getting ready for a Mermaid's Parade in 2009, a passerby was so surprised to see Girl Scouts. Still happens now. It still does, yeah. And like I say, we had a few parents last week, and they were like, girl guides, and we take girls here. And again, surprised.
Yeah, I think the unknown just see girl guides or guiding and scouting, and they're gender specific.
Yeah,
I don't think the unknown realise that scouting is co-educational now, and we have everyone. Unlike, I think, guiding.
Two other new manhunt, yeah, or camouflage. Any ideas? What is camouflage, Max? Any ideas what camouflage? I guess it's hiding in a bush and trying to find hide and seek.
Yeah, some kind of hide and seek. I would have thought. But anything that gets them running around, losing energy, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably similar to Manhunt, maybe a spin-off of it. Most of the games of Manhunt we've had, it's leader covered in God knows what, hiding in a bush somewhere.
Kick the can.
Wow.
Cleo, can you expand on that? Because I've just got kicking a Coke can down the road. That's all I can think of. I was talking about this earlier on Big Man in the Woods about urban myths. Scouts are still around and girls are allowed. Yeah. The word British Bulldog. The urban myth about that being banned. That's not banned. It's not banned, but it is dangerous. Risk assess it properly. Risk assess. Right, sneak closer and closer to the person who tries to spot them as they hide. That's what camouflage is. Sneak closer and closer to the person who tries to spot them as they hide. Okay. I suppose it was because they were younger, depending on... Yeah, it's all about generations, isn't it? About how you've been brought up on scouts. During lockdown, I had 15 explorers join the army and join the Royal Engineers Regiment. Excellent, brilliant. That's a good one. That is a good one.
That's good. That's
and
great. Well done.
Knowing that you've kind of been part of that as well. Awesome. Are we going on to urban myths now? Have your neck on? Have you not shot?
But have you done your risk assessment?
About wearing a necker. Boys, I'm going to run off for 1 minute. I just need to get some fluid.
Okay.
I'm thinking a bit of an alcoholic drink.
Green card. You got to think of the rules of YouTube as well.
I'll be back.
I was going to say, is he frozen that his little light was still flickering?
See? All right, there we go. While he's gone.
Right, what can we say about him? We can't pop any of the questions up. All we can do is see them skim past in the chat.
Absolutely. But if anybody wants Mark's background to put as your background, and then let's do that. Let's chop his background.
Should we screenshot it now and we'll all do it?
Yeah. So we can all have a Big Man in the Woods background because he's not there and he's left it up for us. Excellent. That'll be my team's background next week then.
Here we are, the kick the can game. The can in the middle of the field and guarded. The opposing scouts try to kick the can to free teammates in jail. Okay. So similar to the jailbreak, just another way of getting them out of jail.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, Gustavo, we are seeing your messages. Yeah.
So there's one there that Gustavo said that says that most people in where Gustavo is don't even know scouts exist. The few people that know about it think we just sell cookies like they show in Hollywood movies. Interesting. Do you get out in the community much with the scouts, Gustavo? See what comes back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big Man in the Woods giveaway.
Yeah, so what should we give away on his shelves?
Yeah. Which book do you all want? The third from the left? There's some nice certificates on the back wall. We can Tipex out Mark's name and put whatever you want on there.
He'll be back shortly. He'll be wondering what we've been saying. He'll be going back. He will be looking at the replay. Or no, Mark, he'll have his phone. He'll have his phone on and he'll be watching in the kitchen as he unloads his shopping from the shopping van. But I wonder which tea he's got and what's in his shopping.
Apparently, he wasn't keen on was it the jam and toast tea?
So there we go. Silver End Scouts have done it with glow sticks. Oh, that's good. Yeah, yep. So we've done them with the tag rugby tags that you can put on as well, that are velcroed on.
Velcro.
Yeah, the Velcro tags, so you can have so many different lives. I think you get 3 lives and you rip tags off people, which is always interesting.
I've just seen Maggie Robinson's comment there. She's Bagsied the Ray Mears book. Next time I catch up with you, Maggie and Paul, I'll see if I can get hold of it for you. I'm not promising.
Ray's book's gone first, but Paul's hasn't.
Well, we can both vouch that Paul's book is an amazing book, can't we?
It is. And while we're on that kind of subject, so if you haven't seen them, and they are really good, and I have put a link in first YouTube, is these guides from the Field Studies Council. Absolutely fantastic. So there's one here on birds of prey that basically go into the different birds, and then on the back is lots of information. But the great thing about them is when you're out with this, young people, they are laminated in a way that you can use them in any weather, and they still maintain a good standing. So there's lots of them around, and we've put a link up to some of them in first YouTube, and they do have some offers on occasionally around them. So if you're going out, recommend them. They're really good for groups to go out. Can you send the Ray Mears book, Mark, to Maggie? Can you send John all your certificates? Gustavo's Bagsied the lamp.
Yeah, if you could not bend the corners back on the Ray Mears book, Mark, so it's pristine for Maggie.
Yeah, nobody wanted the big man in the woods badge, though. That was the only thing.
No. Oh, you worked that yourself, just to try and increase the value of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So big man in the woods giveaway. Oh wow, well done. That's good.
Yeah, we did try to auction it, but most things went for a penny.
Well, you can get it for free. Hang on, I got something else. Hang on, give away something else.
Somebody's just come to collect Mark and take him away. Colin's frozen. Oh no, he's not. He's slowed down. Fantastic. You got some internet problems, Colin. So, any other questions that anybody wants to ask tonight?
What's people want now?
Your headphones.
I wouldn't. No one wants those headphones. I got this in the post. Anyone want one of these? What we got?
Oh no, you can keep that.
This one.
Yeah, see, one of those is shiny.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
We'll give them away.
What goes around comes around, eh, Mark?
Colin's battery is dying. What? His laptop is dying.
It's saying it's got 30 minutes left.
Take the shed. No,
oh, there you go. The shed's gone.
No, please don't take my shed.
Big man in
Got
the
it,
garden.
No, I like my shed.
So
I won't even
is
get
your
sewn on. That's true.
Is your food come yet?
Yeah,
That's
apparently
what
it
he's
started.
eating.
Yeah, no. These are chocolates I got from a scout on Thursday. So thank you very much. It's rude to talk. No, the food has been delivered. I'm in the bad books. She sent me a WhatsApp, but my phone's on silent.
Food's here. Coming to open it. Coming to help. Coming to help. Coming to help. Caps. Brilliant.
Yeah, simple one. Have you not heard of a charger?
Actually, it's right next to me. I've just got to go and plug it in. I've got to think where the plug is in here.
Hang on a minute. If Colin moves away from his screen, we're going to auction his curtains and his picture.
Curtains. No, who wants the cat cushion? There's a nice cat cushion. Oh, we got a picture frame there. Look at that. Who wants? He hasn't gone yet, so we can't auction that off.
Or a cat coaster.
No.
There you go.
We've got no takers on these, Colin.
Half a packet of cat treats.
Oh, I thought they were yours.
So Mark's eating chocolates and you're eating cat treats.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a chocolate biscuit delivery. That's a good one.
Fantastic.
I went for a brew. Wise idea.
Yeah, so you should be proving to us now what colour your tea is.
No, I'm not tipping it upside down.
Pour it up to your screen.
Almost.
Yeah. No. Colin needs to move closer to the current tree. Curtains could make clothes. Let's see these curtains. I want to see Colin making that. Oh, someone said yummy. Is Maggie saying yummy to your catnips? They're dreamers, aren't they? Maybe Maggie eats them as well.
Well, guys, you got the cat ears and he's got the cat nose and mouth there.
Cat things, please. Well, that's it then. Easy.
What's the Sparrowhawk giveaway? What's in the background in Max's
Why have you seen all those books? We don't. This is either going to be a book or a puppet.
Yeah, no one's having a mic.
No one wants the puppet. Keep the puppet.
He's upset.
I did milk bones on a date for my cubs.
Need to elaborate on that one.
Harold, that must be a Canadian thing. It's a puppet. They want their puppet. We got a Facebook user who wants the puppet. They're so embarrassed to admit they want a puppet. They're not going with their name because they're embarrassed. I just want to be known as Facebook user. The Dreamers have got to be better than some. Yeah. Maggie, you must have been on one of Max's camps then.
Oh, Harold says dare. Come on, Colin.
It's a dare. What? Eat one of the Dreamies.
Oh, I'm not eating one of those.
Colin, do you know what popped up on my Facebook feed last week was one of the Guild War 24s that we did with the first ever bug eating competition on the stage.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Where we did the eating the bugs with the explorers on the main stage.
Yeah,
fantastic.
That was our first ever one, and it was absolutely brilliant. Really enjoyed that one. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
Was that the one with the tin spiders, or was the spiders in the second one?
The spiders was the second one. We did the scorpion on the first one. The first show that we did was the one that the girl puked everywhere in the audience, and then the guy on stage puked on stage. And guys, if you don't know this story, Guild War 24, a couple of years ago, we got asked as Bush Scout to host an event on the main stage. I've got to put some lights on in there. I'll do that in a minute. And I was asked if I could run it. And I decided that we would do bug eating, kind of scouty Bear Grylls kind of thing. I got a whole lot of this stuff from Crunchy Critters, and the rule was that you couldn't puke. If you puked, then you got knocked out of that round. So one kid, he vomited. Do you remember this one, Colin? He vomited in his mouth. Puked in his mouth. Kept the puke in his mouth. Was trying to stuff bugs in his mouth. Like, mate, have you seen the prizes? We just got like, what have I got in here? Like, the prizes weren't that good, and we're like, mate, it's not worth winning to eat your own puke. Oh, it's just no.
I think I still have some of the bugs. I think they're probably out of date. I think they're out of date by now.
They'll be out of date by now, I would have thought.
Well, we're saving for the next Gilwell 24 then.
Yeah, if we're invited back again. We're looking at doing a night hike with explorers tonight before they go to bed. Joshua. Now we know who it is. Joshua. Awesome. I think Harold meant on a dare from my Cubs. Okay.
Okay.
No.
Right, sorry, yes. I thought it was a dare, Colin, to eat the... I think Colin should still eat the Dreamies as a dare.
No, I think you should. Colin should. It's going to put some lights on. Let's blind
He's
myself.
checking the ingredients now.
They're high in vitamins and minerals.
There you go.
Hang about. Only 2 calories in every treat. I could eat these and be on a diet still.
Come on, Colin.
Don't try this at home, but Colin, because you're at home, let's try it.
Yeah, come on, Colin.
No, I'm all good, thank you.
You've had your dinner. What flavour is it?
Flavour.
Salmon.
Good morning, all. Well, it's morning for me. I just got up, so I thought I'd jump on and see what is up. Brennan. Awesome. That's a name we haven't heard for a while. Hope you're doing well. Brennan. New Zealand, if I remember rightly. Hopefully my memory's right on that. So you'll say Slim with Silky. Have you met Colin before?
Yeah, Maggie and Paul are in the next district over to me.
So they know lots of your little secrets.
So, Colin, don't expect, any surprises when you get handed loads of packs of Dreamies now.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that this joke...
In 6 months' time, Maggie will pop up with this bag of treats.
We need some sanity. No, we've missed... John, you've missed this random chat, haven't you? You've missed this random chit chat. All right, guys, I'm going to open this up. We don't normally do this. If we've got one space for one more camera, should we get another leader, boys? What do you think?
Okay.
All right. So if you want to come and join us on the live stream, message me on Facebook or drop me an email, and we'll try and get you on next to Max in the bottom corner. It'll be good to jazz it up, see what happens.
Yeah, you're only on for half the show because he keeps putting these big messages up across you.
No, I'll make sure. Brandon, I think we had the same colours on our knickers: black, purple, and gold border. Oh, that's nice.
Excellent.
That's Colon's birthday sorting. Not Colin's birthday. Who's Colin? Man, be careful. We could start a different thing here. Wearing a new camp wear made out of curtains. Colin's curtains. I don't have a camera on my computer. Oh, good stuff. That's not good. Any chance we can make the top dog? Who's the top dogs? No, I think Colin. That's Colin. Colin the Colin.
You need to start your lighting out, Colin. You're going a bit fuzzy there. You're going a bit grainy.
He needs to get the
lights
on. What do we need
to?
What do we have to eat to get on camera? I don't know. It's up to Colin. Colin is now our food person, so if he'll decide what you have to eat live on air.
Biscuits.
Yeah. Cool, guys. So yeah, like I say, if anyone wants to come and chit chat to us, send us a message over on Facebook. And it'll be good to get someone else on. Otherwise, it'll just be us talking rubbish. But maybe that's what you want. Right. What's the next subject, guys? Let's go close this door. It's getting a bit. As I walk away.
There you go. You see better on his shelves now.
He's got blackout curtains on his window there.
Yeah. Is that aftershave? By the blackout curtains at the back.
Could well be. No, he's like
Old Spice.
Right, what have you given away now then?
Your bottle of Old Spice.
Huh?
Your bottle of Old Spice.
Old Spice.
Other shoulder.
Huh?
Other shoulder.
Other
by
shoulder.
The blackout,
In the
by your
corner.
blackout curtains. Yeah. Bottle.
Overhand gel.
Oh dear. How I've missed you guys. What else have we got? This has probably got lots of spiders. Do you remember this one, Colin?
I don't actually.
That's the Hinky Tinky hat. Swizzle lorries. Nice. I want a
Were
hat.
they the ones with the little whistle in them?
I think so. Yeah.
Like a boiled sweet, but in the shape of a whistle on a stick.
Yeah. You can still get those from the
Can you
chemist. My kids love them. The badge police have returned.
High karate.
I was just about to say high karate, Max.
There you go, Silver and Scouts are on the same wavelength.
It's Blakey on the.
No, don't go there, Matt. No, don't go there.
I hate you,
Don't
Butler.
go there.
I hate you, Butler. Oh dear.
Oh, Gustavo's got a topic, Mark.
Right, what's the topic? This is my last year as a youth member. Actually, 9 months left. Do you guys have any suggestions or advice for me on becoming a leader?
Do
it.
Yeah, and be yourself. Don't try and impersonate someone.
No.
And know your. In fact, this is a vlog I was just recorded today. Is about how you can become the best leader in your district, and it's about knowing your expertise and when to call for help, and not trying to pretend that you know everything. What's this? Someone's leaders have to postman plan.
I definitely need to go and find the cat, don't I?
Oh dear. Yeah, be yourself. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly
definitely
right.
Definitely that.
You know, when I look at this is just my advice. It might be different from the others, but when I look at the guys in Bush Scout, that's the kind of my mentors and the people that I look up to. Every single one of those leaders is all different and has different personalities and experiences, and knowledge is all different and stuff. So I think it's just about being yourself and just kind of going, actually, maybe I could take a bit of this and this and this and creating a person. And it never works. So I think just be yourself, Gustavo, and just kind of just know your limits and know when to ask for help.
Think back as well to the activities and events that you enjoyed as a younger person and try to recreate and deliver those back to the young people.
But what, Colin, if you were like me and wasn't a member of the scouting movement in your youth?
Oh, that's a good question. What would
I
you
wasn't.
do?
I just came more or less off the streets, as they say.
I think one of the challenges there is that you as a non-scouting person joining the movement, you will start to think of ideas and activities that you might want to deliver, but feel then that you can't do it because of whatever reason. But Don't be shy to explain that to the leader. Say, how about we go and climb a mountain? Probably a bad example, but there's ways that they can do that. But the current leadership team may be too scared or shy to attempt that activity, and it may give them that gumption to actually go ahead and try and arrange it.
Yeah, exactly. And how, as Harold said, I've been in Lou for 30 years and still don't know everything. And yeah, absolutely. And it's a bit like technology, isn't it? Things move all the time, and you'd never be afraid to ask for help and just kind of saying, actually, I don't know what this is. And you know, or there might be things that you look at the older generation of leaders, and they might have expertise in whatever subject, and getting them to come in, or yeah, I think it's about just you putting your stamp on it and just becoming the person.
Hang on,
who
Colin's
you are.
got a lava lamp. Colin's
Right,
got a
what's
lava
Colin?
lamp.
Hang on.
He's got a lava lamp between the picture and the curtains. That's the top of a lava lamp.
Oh wait, he's got chandeliers as well. He's got a lava lamp, chandeliers. But what's that painting? Any idea? Anyone want any takers? Any takers? Oh, any takers? Ian saying across the pond in Canada, plan something really fun for the next 9 months for yourself. Leave with great memories as a youth, and hopefully you can pass those on to the other scouts. Yeah, exactly.
Great advice. Great advice.
Janet is saying, my advice is to connect with other leaders like you are doing here. They are great resources for ideas and morale support. Meeting Ian was a great moment for me as a scouter. I have learned a lot from him. Exactly. It's just asking for other people. Maggie is saying, you learn from others, but bring your own twist on things. I've joined and have never previously been involved in scouting. Exactly like me, Maggie. Yeah. Yeah, we're all here to help Gustavo, but I can't come along to do firelighting. Colin can't come along. What do you want to do? Knife safety is what Colin does, and Max can't do tracking. We would love to come and help that weekend, but yeah, it's a bit of a track to Brazil. Unless you're paying Gustavo, then we'll be around. Yeah.
Cleo wants the lava lamp, by the way.
Yeah. Cleo got the lava lamp. Yeah, we've got the lava lamp. Is it on? Don't burn yourself.
No, it's not on.
And nice chandeliers. Ditto to meeting Janet. Yeah. Quite controversial question, but do you guys believe that leaders who've been scouts when younger are better leaders? No.
Everyone has their own spin, has been said. Brings different qualities and experiences. A lot of scouting is about life skills that you've already got, and adapt those to suit activities and program ideas. So no, I think it doesn't matter if you was a person in scouting before or not. You bring yourself along and your knowledge and skills and expertise that you may not think you have, but you do have.
But you do, like, in some ways, I'm jealous that I was never a scout. Beaver. Well, I was a beaver for 2 weeks and I didn't like it. But Beavers Cub Scouts, I was never part of that movement. And I listened to you guys' stories, and I remember when I did this and this and this. I feel upset that I didn't do that. And then, oh yeah, I remember doing XYZ. I had to put a patrol tent on when I was a scout, and I learned this little trick. And there's stuff like that. But we got to learn somewhere, haven't we?
We sure do.
Girls weren't allowed when I was younger. I hope I'm a decent leader with my other skills. Exactly. And it's just different. Exactly. Has Max fallen asleep? Max looks like he's asleep. He's not. Max is on mute.
When Bagpuss goes to sleep.
Fair enough. Yeah, Gustavo, I think we all said the same thing. That's a really good subject, actually. Just be yourself. Just ask for help.
Is that an idea for your a future big man in the woods?
Absolutely. I'm just like that. Just take a little quick screenshot.
He's making notes. He's making notes.
I do this all the time.
Yeah. So everybody brings different skills. We all learn different things in life. And we all bring different skills, and about bringing it all together. Oh, hello.
Oh, shotgun's arrived.
I bought
That's
a
all their
Raz.
WhatsApp messages
I don't
coming
know how
in.
to. I've never known this as alarm on this. Oh God!
What is that? Who wants it? A bleeping clock.
So how many months has that been alarming at? What is it now? 9:30 every night.
When you've been in the house going, where's that beeping coming from?
Why is that? What smoke alarm is that coming
It's an
from?
alien invasion.
Oh dear. Awesome. Right. Let's. I just took a photo of that question. Thanks, Gustavo. Thanks for that. Right. Another question. What's been your favorite scouting activity or event you have done, guys? And did your young people enjoy it? Who's going to answer?
That's a hard one because there's been some really good events. Gosh.
I think for me in recent times is introducing the scouts to geocaching. Maybe Mark's neighbours tapped in and set it up themselves, the alarm.
Maybe they'll actually, now it won't be there. They'll be waking up thinking there's something missing.
They've missed that alarm. Yeah.
Missed that alarm.
Candlestick.
So
yeah, Candlestick was fantastic.
Max, you drove there recently, didn't you? You drove recently.
Well, a couple of years ago now. I drove from the UK across France into Switzerland. It was an interesting drive. 3 of us shared the drive-in doing that.
What's DAS? DAS means something else to me. That's a medical term to me. DAS. All right. So are you going for Candlestick then, Max?
Abroad, I go Candlestick. In the UK, I got a slightly different one. So I ran a district science camp, and I got Manchester University to come along, which is fantastic because it's an untapped resource, and a lot of the universities have bursary funds that their students are supposed to go out and help as part of their course and volunteer. So I got a whole load of students along who all turned up. And they sorted all the transport out for them and everything. It was just great. And they just brought loads of stuff. The thing I did was fed them. So they turned up and I had a mountain of sandwiches and drinks and all kind of things for them. They were just like, wow, is this for us? As if they hadn't ate for a year. So after a big feast, they just ran a fantastic camp for me. So they brought Lego Mindstorms. They were making winding coils to make metal detectors. They had all the big fuzzy balls with the lightning round. It was just absolutely fantastic weekend. Loved it. But I did that across the district, so lots of scouts got involved in it. So yeah, I think that for me. And we let off some water rockets, and we were doing this as a group of beavers walked past. And all you could hear was this beaver turn around to a leader going, I want to be a scout, to see all these water rockets fly up into the sky. So yeah, that for me.
Oh, cool. We've got lots of people saying Candlestick as well. Where have we got? Always remember sleep on Belfast and the Fire Power Museum, Woolwich. Yeah, HMS Belfast. Quite a lot of scouts have done that in London, haven't they? That's John actually meant a dad's camp. Yep, cool. Colin, anything in particular? It doesn't have to be a youth camp.
No,
scouting isn't just about youth.
Slightly controversial whether it's scouting or not was taking some cubs in the district over to Disneyland in France. For some, it was their first international experience and enjoy it. Well, obviously because of the venue, it was very, they was all very excited about it. Personally, Bush Scout has been a bit of a lifeline for me. I think it was one of those things where as an adult you start
Time's up, Colin. Time's up.
I'll have the flag. I'll have the monitor.
Go on, Colin. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, joining Bush Scout was an amazing thing for me. And it's where you get to a bit of a lull in adult scouting and then meeting some like-minded people. And it was a total game changer.
Let's just quickly introduce. We've got Ian. Ian all the way from Canada. I've just noticed if Ian was upside down, he'd still look the right way around, wouldn't he? His beard is just as long as his head now. Is the beard a new appearance?
Did he come for the 5 minute or
Well,
full
yeah.
half hour insult?
I had the mask on for you.
Ian has a nice beard now. Yeah, see? Well spotted, Gustavo.
Nice.
So what are you giving away, Ian? What can we have?
He hasn't left yet. Yeah, it's when people walk away.
Can you just disappear for a minute?
There's rules, Colin. There's rules.
Yes, there are rules. Absolutely. You can't just give away when someone's there. Mount Fuji, 13th World Jamboree, 1971. Only Canadian. Oh, wow.
Wow. Now I got to drive north to see Harold.
None of us were born in 1971. Colin.
Max was.
Yeah.
Well, not in the summer though, right, Max?
Oh, I've missed this insult. All right, Ian, come on. Let's. If no one's joined, first you do scout group before, and they've not seen you online. Tell us a little bit about you. Where do you scout?
Near Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada. So south of Harold, west of Janet. That doesn't help anyone else, but I know.
No.
But, so right about the point of Lake Ontario, and we're on the way to Niagara Falls.
Oh, wow.
So
How
about
far?
40 minutes from Niagara Falls. Yeah. And about 45 minutes from Toronto, depending on traffic. So it's good. Hamilton, lots of waterfalls in Hamilton area. So lots of hiking trails, the Bruce Trail.
Nice.
It's there too. So
Are you back face-to-face scouting yet, Ian?
we are, and as of Friday, I think we can actually go back camping too. So
And do you have any maximum numbers? Because, like I was saying earlier on, we just got an email this week to say that there's no maximum numbers, but social distancing and stuff.
Haven't seen any reaction from the council or national yet of what we can do, but mostly they're just saying follow your local guidelines.
Yep.
The only problem is our local guidelines. We have to cross a border to go to, not a border, but to a different county to go camping. So then we have to look at the rules there. So it's complicated. And we only have 4 scouts at the troop. Our beavers are growing for some reason, which is great. And so, to get out with 4 scouts and 4 tents and 4 stoves in the summer.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
See. And we're hoping there's a big splurge back. I think Janet said it earlier. A splurge back in September of people coming back.
I'm realizing that they need something, don't they? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're seeing lots of interest, so we're hoping that keeps up.
No, that's good.
Mark, I've just had a message from Denise, one of our Bush Scout members. She's saying maybe we should organise a Bush Scout trip to Canada.
Be closer to Harold.
Yeah, Denise,
Yes.
That's an action for you to organise.
Yes, and fundraise, Denise. Yes. Or is
That's fun,
Terry
yeah.
gonna? Maybe we get some donations from Terry.
I wish she had said it last week. I met with the
I
sponsor.
need some more Tomahawk courses to fund it.
Just a few. Yeah. What can I sell in here?
Yeah, Algonquin. Algonquin's very nice.
Right. What do we got? Harold is saying, "Mum was only a Canadian female leader and had lots of fun with the US Scouts, saying she couldn't wear her husband's Gilwell necker." Ooh.
Oh. That goes back.
See what I can do.
Nice.
Yeah, Cleo's story is quite interesting, but it's kind of wow. You can see that one.
I didn't see that one.
Oh
God! Please tasered him at a family camp with those scouts. Oh God!
Oops.
Oh dear, that's not good. That's
Different times. And hopefully it's
yeah,
different.
yeah. Gustavo is different times, I guess. Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
So where do you think Canada Scouts are going to go, Ian?
Like I
Do you
said,
think?
go ahead.
Do you think it's going to improve? Do you think you're going to get more youth? Do you think you're going to get more adult members for us? Well, for my group, we've seen a more increase in adult volunteers. And when I've been speaking to them who come to my group, it's about they've realized that one, they need to get out and about a bit more rather than they've been online for the last 2 years, but they're feeling that they want to give something back to the community.
Yeah. No,
Do you think?
I mean, we're in the park, so like our scout hut is right in the middle of a park. So we're meeting more families. They're approaching us. They're more open to. Oh, we got to get scouts. Saw one just last week, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely want to be in Cubs." I'm like, "Yes." It's encouraging. I just hope, like I said earlier, we still get the question. We do Apple Day or something over here, and be standing in front of the shops and stuff. Hopefully, that'll return too, but we go slow. But people walk up and go, "You guys are still around?" We're like, "Yes."
We're still here. The BSA is reluctant to accept females in their troops, even though they're allowed. Must be a Brazilian thing, Gustavo. I've not heard of it over here.
Boy Scouts America.
Yeah.
Cookies? We don't do cookies. That's the Girl Scouts.
Oh, John, you're upset. You're upsetting him. Be careful. Be careful. Ian, can you explain Canadian Scouting, please?
What, in one word? Impersonating the UK Scout? No. Just outdoors, right? Getting outdoors, getting those great outdoors, getting them outside. And then, we've been indoors for a year and a half, so we've explored all the other stuff we can do indoors that are part of getting prepared to go outdoors again. So there's a lot of, leave no trace and other principles that we can study while we were online.
There isn't that much difference, is there, between Canadian and UK Scouting?
No, just maybe quality.
I can do this.
Oh, careful now, careful.
Welcome to the team, Ian.
The difference. The difference. Okay, yeah. There is a bit difference. Okay, go on.
Oh, what was that? Different sections.
The sections.
Oh, different scouting. Oh, there's beavers. So yeah, it's very similar. Beavers. I think actually the beavers came to the UK from Canada because Canada's famous for the beaver, of course. And the beaver trade went back to the UK, so I think they took that for scouting too. And then we have Cubs, or they're called Cub Scouts now. It's Beaver Scouts, Cub Scouts. Then we joke that it's Scout Scouts. And then we have Ventures instead of Explorers. And then instead of Network, we have things called Rovers, which is like Gustavo, the rover.
Nice.
And then we don't have the leadership track. I think you guys also have the young leader track when they get to the Explorer age.
Yeah,
we don't have that here, but like I said earlier, they a lot of them, thanks. A lot of them, do get kind of trapped, or they have a younger sibling in another section, so they get pulled back to do leadership, and they're not so interested in it. And there's no, they don't develop their own program of their own getting outdoors and having more. And each level has more independence, right? So we used to say we still do. I think we came back to it. Beavers get 80% leadership, Cubs 60, Scouts 40, Ventures 20, and the Rovers, they're on their own. So.
Can you please explain about the quality which makes them different?
Who's watching? Harold. I was just gonna say, you guys have been fantastic. The UK Scouting has come out and done fantastic things when we pivoted to virtual, and 8 weeks ahead of anything Scouts Canada has done. So, and to support and have leadership, and the fact that you guys, every group got a Zoom account, there was none of that here. So,
and it's been extended as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Our Zoom account has been extended even more.
So, all that support that you guys get and leadership, and you got Bear Grylls.
Better cookies.
Better cookies. No cookies.
Cookies.
So Gustavo was saying I've talked with American Scouts and they say they are reluctant to accept females in their troops.
That's because what we found here, and we have a scouter that has a daughter in it. Best scout he's ever had. Went to camp.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
3 scouts, all female, and it was a competition camp, and they
won it.
Wiped everyone out. Like it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
A patrol of 3. So they could tie knots better, they could build stuff better, they worked together better. So I can understand why you wouldn't want the competition.
Yeah. Max, it looks like you're like driving or something. I don't know why you would have a microphone in your car, but it just looks like it.
Yeah, I've just got the Xbox on behind me.
No. Maybe people do now. Zoom call on the way to work.
No, we've had an all girls patrol in our district competition. Like you say, exactly the same. Top marks, neatness, everything. Tent pegs, all in line, everything. Cleaning properly. Yeah. And as John says, the girls are very competitive. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that too.
They are.
We've done a split.
Ian, is there a consideration for the younger section before beavers in Canada? We're looking to open squirrels quite openly in the UK in the new year.
I haven't heard it. I mean, I'm not with National, but I haven't really heard anything about that. I know when I took a course for group commissioner, which is like group support here, there was talk of trying to get, how young should we go? But there's a big difference between a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old in the same beaver group. So, squirrels. But then again, can you get that whole leadership and another section get up and going? And it's a totally different program. Probably not that different than beavers, just more hands-on.
Yeah, it could work as a good adult recruitment thing if some of the drive is that with the 4 to 6-year-olds that the parents stay and help out with the meeting on a weekly basis, and then get hooked into the leadership, and then maybe move with their child up through the sections.
And that's what I did. I actually started beavers, and I went to cubs, and I followed my kids up, and then they both hit 18 and didn't want to do it anymore, or maybe younger. I just don't want to admit it. And then I went back to beavers because my wife was running the beaver colony. So I actually got to see her once a week.
I think we all know that story.
Yeah, we spent an hour a week together. It was only an hour a week, though.
Oh, just one, not 2.
Yeah.
That's probably the difference in Canada.
Beavers.
We used to have beaver younger than 6 about 20 or more years ago. For some reason, they didn't work out.
I was talking to my wife, that's the beaver leader, and she not listening, so it's okay.
The question that we had, Ian,
squirrels
about squirrels is that they were talking about what time and day, because it would be really early. And then they were talking about maybe running on a weekend or something. Colin, have you heard that one?
No, I've not heard a lot about squirrels and what it means to scouting, when it might be run, how it's going to be run. So taking on a new district, there's 2 squirrel units, I believe. So hopefully I'll find out something about them soon.
Yeah, that's my wife.
And these were 2 pilot groups as well.
Wife works in a daycare and says, as long as they're toilet trained, then maybe it'll be okay.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Toilet nappies, no.
Yeah.
No.
2-hour meeting and 30 minutes is a nap.
Yeah.
15 minutes a snack.
No.
There's some pressure for me to put my lights on here, but I don't want to get up in case you tell everything that's on my screen.
Oh, it'll be black, so we can't see anything.
There you go.
Send some money for Max for the electricity.
Oh, well, you'll know he's pedaling under
50p for the meter.
Yeah. The time 4 p.m. run 45 minutes a weekday for squirrels and have parents help. Yeah. Our scout group are looking at running a squirrel unit on a Wednesday evening, 5 till 6. The trouble is, 5 till 6 is tight for leaders for work. No, I don't want anything. He's got a clock and a bit of paper on the wall. Keep the clock.
Too quick.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'll have his D&D collection.
Yeah. So if you're going to run it 5 till 6, it's about work, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, but I think Colin was, or someone else was hinting at it too, right? Like the parents at that age are more available to do stuff because they're not just going to drop their kid and run.
yeah,
And only 45 minutes. Like we got a Costco around the corner now, so people run to Costco and come back. But and then they learn that it gets a little bit longer meeting, so it's usually an hour for beavers, hour and a half for cubs, 2 for scouts, and they realize that they can spend more time doing things and not at the meeting. But I am finding the younger level, because I've come all the way back, they're definitely more feedback, positive, involved, want to know what's going on, happy with anything you're doing, really.
yeah.
As long as you're doing something.
A question I got asked during the week: what is the difference between scouts and forest schools? Ian, do you have much isn't the word, many forest schools in your schools? It's coming quite popular here in London. I don't know about Max, but here in London, my kids go to forest school at school.
Oh, yeah.
So there are lots of forest schools around.
I think we have. My niece was in an outdoor program for like an entire semester of high school, so, and it was all at some like provincial park. She took a lot of the courses there, and then she had to take like the math and English somewhere else, but it was all related to that kind of too. So it's cool.
Yeah, we have a few in Kent. Yeah, I did that. I don't really know much about forest schools. All I know is it's done in school time.
Yeah.
And my boy was the only one that could get the fire stall going the other day.
Yes. The other day. Yeah.
Result. Well done. Well done. Well done.
So did Tom.
Wasn't me. He's probably watching Bush Scout videos or something. Bear Grylls or something. Hey, it's the old gang back together. Andy, where have you been? We're hour and 50 minutes and you've just joined us. Forest schools only seem to be in school time up here. Yeah, exactly. Why is Mark sat on the floor? No, I've got a chair, mate. Where have you been?
I sold it.
Sold it.
Gave it away.
His chair's been sold. That's why I'm sitting on the lawnmower now.
The squeaky chair.
It's just been fixed. I'm currently a forest school lead at work and looking at pushing up to year 5 and 6 learning. Okay, nice. Was out seeing our beavers out and about, but at this time of the night, what?
Campfire.
Maybe that's a good point. Good.
Maybe
could be a camp.
No, I know there's a day. We had a phone call during the week, but he wasn't invited to the beavers thing, so he's tagged along. Andy Mark is doing giveaways. No, I'm not doing giveaways, but the guys have decided to do giveaways. Campfire. Well done, Ian. You win a prize. Pick a prize. What prize do you want?
Ooh.
There's not a lot left.
What's left?
It's my time limit.
Clinical. I hope my boss isn't watching that. Oops.
Safety first.
Safety first. What we got? Oh, you can.
Can I have that Dutch oven on the top shelf? I've just noticed that.
The Dutch oven, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I got one. All good.
This isn't just any Dutch oven.
Oh.
It's full of camp ashes.
It's not. It's a dirty Dutch oven.
Yeah, this is BP. This is.
Oh.
Extra Max. Very good.
Best of the best.
Yeah, it's been on his t-shirt on it.
Oh.
How's that diet going, Mark?
So yeah. Yes.
How are we gonna?
Beautiful. There he is. We'll keep it away. How long is he gonna hint? For him at the bottom now. Yes.
Yay! That's great. They're gonna have to jump up now. I don't have to jump now for the.
Oh yeah. Get blocked. What?
Oh.
No.
What?
Ooh.
Oh no, you don't want. Oh god, when is the baby due?
Wow.
How can I? She's not even on the stream. Oh, and just think I just sent her a big man in the woods badge. All right, I'm going to double the price. All right, yeah. When is the baby due? Oh, do you know what, guys?
Oh.
He's off.
Now, who has the picture from earlier so we can pick what we want? Oh,
He's back.
I'll turn the lights off as well in a minute. I don't know what we're talking about now. When's the baby due? I don't know. Max, when's your baby due? It's really dark out there. Mr. Sulky McSulkface.
Aw.
This is not good. What did I say right at the beginning of the stream? Be nice, be polite to everyone.
Kind and cheerful?
Yeah.
I read that somewhere.
Gustavo's asking, what is a forest school? Who wants to...
forest school?
So basically, there's been over the past few years a big uptake in bushcraft. It's kind of almost like a big explosion in bushcraft. You know, lots of firms starting up, lots of people doing it, and that kind of rolled into schools. So school teachers now train up and do leveled stuff for the young people that they're teaching within school. So they'll do things from painting with twigs to shelter building to fires. You know, so you could say, yeah, it's the kind of things that scouts do. It's the kind of thing you learn in sort of bushcraft kind of courses and stuff. But I think, you know, it was recognized that teaching young people in an outdoor setting gained more openness for them, more sort of, it resonated more with them from an early age, which is why they started doing it. So it's, you know, there's limits to what they do. There's some really good books out there around forest schools that actually could come back into scouting, and the kind of things that they do, the activities. So if you beaver leader or cub leader and looking for something, even scout leader looking for something to do outdoors, there's some really good woods school based stuff that you can go and buy books on, forest school stuff that do it. What have we got?
Oh,
so it's really hard, this one, because so in scouts we're not always trained to deal with and understand the needs of everybody. So where we have young people that have additional needs that we can't cater for, we normally have a conversation with the parents that says, look, you've, first of all, tell us if there's anything, because we have parents who don't tell us, and sort of think something's not wrong here, right here. Let's have a chat. You have to have a chat with the parent, and if it becomes too much of a struggle, you can say, "Well, come along for a few weeks and help us out." If there's a carer that young person has, can they come along to the evenings and help? Because you can't disrupt the whole of it because one person is suddenly going to take everybody's attention. We're volunteers at the end of the day, and we're putting into things that we don't normally deal with. So go to the people that know, which are the parents. Ask them what they normally do. Ask them if there's anything that can be done. Do they want to come along? Often enough, parents sometimes put uniforms on. They then work with their kids through scouting, which is great because they get the experiences out of scouting, and the young person gets the experiences out of scouting. That's kind of my advice. work with the parents.
Tricky subject.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Charlotte saying that's how she began as leader, with Leon's brother needed a one-to-one in Scouts due to his special needs. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Scouts is inclusive, but we need help on these. We'll work with anybody, but don't just dump your kids on us because we don't always understand what to do.
Yeah.
Work with us. Work with the leaders. Work with the leadership teams. So that they can gain the experiences out of scouting that everybody else does. There's no reason why they shouldn't.
But there is county level, isn't there? There is leadership out there.
Yeah, there are people. There's people in Gilwell you can go to as well, who've got skills and can advise. But for me, the best people.
Do you have that in Canada as well, Ian?
I don't know if we have at the county level. And I know they've had a course like every couple of years. There's somebody that comes out and will explain. Like he said, he went to the World Jam or the Canadian Jamboree, and before he went to camp, he would always read all the profiles. And he said he stopped because he'd walk around camp and go, "Oh, that kid must have this, and that kid must have this, and I know who that kid is." And he said, "I just stopped. If they came into my office, then I looked them up." But he just treated them all the same until he needed to treat them differently. And we've had kids over the years that had not dementia, but they've had different levels of mental capabilities or something. And at the club level, we just say, "Do your best," and your best is not the same as that person's best. But if it's truly your best, like don't try to. Sometimes they're still smart enough to say, "Oh, I can't do that," and you're like, "I just saw you do it.
You can, yeah.
We know you can do it," or push yourself a little bit, but we try not to push them too much. And we work with the parents, like you said too. That's very important. And then if it does become too much, we need support to come in one-on-one with them. And like I say, you can't take away the entire program. Can't be about, let's say they're sensitive to loud noises. Well, it's going to be really tough to keep everybody else quiet, but not impossible all the time. But there's going to have to be some understanding that, like you said, we've got a scouter that told us at the time, everybody's scouting is open to everyone, but not everyone's open to scouting. So we have to keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
And then I know there's a troop. There was a troop or a cub pack, I think it was a scout group across all the ages in Niagara Falls area through one of the high schools, and they had all the kids go to like a scouting group after school, and it was after school. I guess it would be like at squirrel time, but like 3:00 right after school, it was one of the activities they did, and they all had neckers, and they were all, I think special needs was the right term at the time, whatever you want to call them now, but they loved it because there was ceremony and they were part of something and they were all part of it and they were part of this worldwide organization.
Absolutely.
And they were no different than anybody else that's online.
Andy's saying, for me, it's pointless learning the condition that a child has. You have to learn the child individually, as each child is different and is affected differently.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Andy. And like everyone's saying, just speak to the parents. The parents know them best, don't they? And what makes them tick, what makes them angry, what makes them get the best oomph from them, and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. It's as Ian said, the badges can be tailored. Just because that commitment in the badge is written down, as a leader, you have the ability to, if that person is doing their best to do that task, tick. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they're all, they were probably, all these problems were probably there 30 years ago. They're just now properly diagnosed.
Mainstream, is it PC to say what makes them tick? Andy, stop it.
No, Andy.
Andy wasn't here for the rules at the beginning of the meeting.
Yes, exactly. Guys, we're coming up to just over 2 hours. We're going to wrap this up very, very soon.
Yeah, I need another drink.
Absolutely. So, guys, let's 5 minutes. If anyone's got a burning question they want to ask Ian in Canada or something in England, far away. If not,
Was that another pun then, Mark? A burning question, and that means all questions aimed at you with your fire lighting and so forth?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what else have we got to give away?
Got a couple of jam jars left on the ceiling there. How about those?
Yeah, so there's the question mark. You've got all those lids on the ceiling there. Have you actually got the jam jars left to fit those lids?
What? I had to kind of move these from. This is my studio end of the shed, and now it's all this, all the tools at this end behind the camera. And I realized, because normally I don't sit down when I'm doing my vlogs. Normally I stand up, so you don't see the studio, the ceiling. And I've only realized that I've left some things up there. Anyway,
any LED lighting change colour?
It does. What color? Hang on. Oh, look. Oh god. Where? Oh god. No. I've lost the remote control. Oh shit. How the hell am I going to do that now?
Daddy had that widescreen lens on there. Camera edge pounds, mate.
4 months.
Oh, God's sake.
That's a good try, Andy.
Anyway, I'm going to ignore that.
Andy's got a question for Ian. So,
what's the best hockey team?
Oh, I just answered. Whatever team you're playing for.
No, that's a lame answer.
No. Doesn't matter. The teams are filled with Canadians.
When does your lamp arrive?
Ooh.
I'm not doing the postage and packaging, so Max is arranging it. Yeah, guys, let's last question. Anything? Maple leaves.
Oh, you gotta be a diehard to like the Maple Leafs.
This is like a different language to me. Colin is like that as well. No. Cool. Well, guys, it's been awesome to catch up with us all. It's been really good to get this back.
Sorry, Mark.
Yes.
Just on Andy's question, is it Leafs or leaves?
Leafs.
Leaf. I think I better leave right now.
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Hope to see you at Gilwell, Ian.
Yeah. No, nice.
How do you say that? How do you say that M word? Missy I don't know.
Mississauga.
There we are.
I might be right. I might be wrong. I don't know. But you can hear about it. Tell us. It's near Toronto.
Like Leicester Square, Marylebone. Like that, isn't it? Yeah, guys, it's been awesome. We need to do a bit more of these live streams a bit more often. Now kind of life is settling down. We've got summer. We're breaking over summer, so we might be around a bit more often. Yeah, it's been good. Ian, do you want to say anything before we end the broadcast?
No, same thing. I hope see you guys again soon, and everyone else.
Cool. Colin?
Likewise, great to see everyone. Missed you all. Look forward to the next one. Not you, Mark. I meant the other guys.
Yeah. That's not what you text me.
Yeah.
Max?
Yeah, more of Mark's giveaways next time. It's been great to be back. Hey, light's gone off.
What was that?
Eel.
Put big
Light's
light
gone
on,
off.
Max.
Light's gone off. Oh, heck. Bye.
He needs another 50p.
Yeah. I put the 50p in wrong meter. Went in another meter, didn't it?
Oh, look, his northern accent's really coming out now.
It's going out now.
I know, it's because he's gone dark. There we go. Oh, back on.
A little faster.
No,
Getting back down like Pip, isn't it?
Just change the hamster. Yeah, change the hamster on the wheel.
You
Put
took
the hamster on.
All right, guys. Well, take care, and we'll see you all very soon. We're on Facebook, Instagram, that kind of stuff. Stay in touch with us all, and we'll see you very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.
All right,
See you.
bye.
Thanks.